Hello everyone, welcome back to another review. My name is Matthew, and today we have a set of 4 Godzilla Kong the New Empire keychains to review. We're taking a look at the Jada Toys Metalfigs Godzilla Kong the New Empire keychain set, which we have Godzilla, Kong, Skar King, and Shimo. We have the full set here, and we're gonna get this whole thing crack-a-lackin', which I want to just say, if I'm mispronouncing Jada Toys, because I've heard it's Jada Toys, I read online, but I'm accustomed to saying Jada Toys, so as long as you know what I'm saying, no need to correct me. So first, we're going to start with the big G himself, Godzilla, which, as you can see, the mold is actually not that bad, especially for something that's made of metal, of all things. So I guess this is technically a mechanical Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla, anybody? Anyway. For the head, it's got some pretty nice details. Like the ridges on the head are really nicely done, and the eye paint is actually done pretty basically, but still gets the job done really well. It's got an olive green for like the eyes and black pupils, and it looks fine. Nothing to really write home about, but again, gets the job done enough. The mouth is painted red and also has the teeth painted white. However, I got kind of like 2 big defects on mine. One, the teeth paint is just kind of sloppy. On the top, it looks relatively fine. There's nothing really to complain about. But then when you get to the bottom jaw, things kind of start turning south because we have painted sides of the tongue that are obviously from the teeth paint. So there's like 2 strips. And the membrane is also painted white. So it's almost like they didn't realize that Godzilla doesn't have teeth on his membrane, and it almost looks like a failed Joker cosplay. Yeah, a little iffy on my part. And also, mine kind of came defective. My bottom jaw wasn't applied properly to the bottom jaw. It almost kind of looks like an alien mouth. Yeah, now I can't unsee it, but I'm pretty sure like if I can just shove it in, it'll be fine. I think I'm gonna keep this thing just to show you guys like the more sculpted details here. But yeah, aside from that defect, I think I can just kind of fix that myself. The underbelly is actually painted kind of like a sandy tan color, and it looks really good. It's actually painted pretty solidly and goes down to the tip of the tail. Don't worry, we'll get to it. But it looks really nice. Claw paint, basically applied, but it gets the job done. Not expecting shading at this sort of like size or price point. Again, gets the job done really well. And the claw paint looks pretty well done too. Mine got like a little nick right there. And it was right out of the box too, so you can go back to my unboxing. I just didn't notice it the first time. What I don't really like is the way that the feet are molded, because you have the 3 toes here, and then the back toe there. The back toe is kind of meant to be more towards the front, and then this toe is meant to be more towards the back. So I feel like they got it a bit reversed, but again, keychain gets the job done. I'm not really trying to compare stuff, but as you can see, the detail, while it is smoothened over a bit, it's still got some nice bumps and crevices and kind of like a wash of like the greens and the blacks all together. And it looks really snazzy. Something I do also like is the way that, just kind of extending my camera out a little bit, is the way that the dorsal plates are painted. Now, granted, they're not painted all the way, which is kind of a bit of a bummer. But they are painted on the tips, specifically the bigger tips. So you have 2 splotches right here, then this one, tiny bit one at the tip of my finger, and then this one, covered by the keychain. Yeah, I guess this one up here too. I kind of would have preferred the whole thing was painted pink, but of course, we kind of have like the whole thing painted pink once you get to like the tip of the tail here, where it kind of wraps around and then get to like the useless Thagomizer that Godzilla never uses in the movie. Like, what's the point in this? Aside from just looking cool. But maybe that is what it's supposed to be. But again, I would say like the overall tail, as far as like the mold is concerned, looks great. It honestly like looks how it should, and I like how it's got like again the sandy type color, and then it has like the pink on the top. That looks good. And again, it's kind of got like some metallic, not. I mean, it's obviously got glitter, but it's not like it's meant to give off obviously like a much more shinier appearance. So that's something to keep in note. Also, just to like put out the camera back in the regular position, it's made of a different tons of different materials. Specifically, the head here is made of a softer rubber, including the head, the mouthpiece. The arms are made of a softer rubber, and the tail is made of a softer rubber along with the spines. That's basically saying that the legs and the torso are all made of metal. So they're not entirely made of metal. They also use like different materials, which would be kind of hard just to make it all metal. But again, it's serviceable, does the job well, and overall for a Godzilla Evolved keychain, this is actually a good way to go. And next up, we've got an accurate, Kong from Godzilla Kong New Empire. And we're just going to kind of start by saying the mold here is honestly probably I would say, the second least interesting. We'll see why in just a sec. But for the eyes, oh man, did I get unlucky. Look at the eyes here. We have one eye that's pointing off straight to the right side, and the other one that's pointed going downward. Now, of course, I'll excuse it because it's a keychain, small price point. You get the jazz. But the teeth, they're molded pretty well. Kind of missing like the big canines. I know that it's got the canines right there, but I kind of would have preferred some like bigger ones, to be honest. Got some like detail on the roof of the mouth. It's very mild. You can barely see it, but the tongue's also there, and it's again really painted well. Only thing it's missing is either a decayed tooth or the silver tooth. But again, paint for the eyes looks fine. Yellow and black as they're kind of presented in the movie. And we have like gray for like the skin areas with like the fist, the man breasts, and the feet. And it looks fine. The brown here used is obviously not, it's basically accurate to the film. I got some nice fur detail going all through. Monkey booty. Got some more of that fur detail going down to the legs, although it does kind of get smoothed over when you get to the front of it all. Obviously, because like this is not really meant to be fur. The arms here actually look really well done, and even though, yeah, this is definitely the softer material, it's got a bit more detail than the metal parts. And there is a bit of a color difference, so you are going to get a bit of a color difference with yours. It looks really good, and I do like how it's like fists up in the air and he's about to like punch you or something, and that's pretty cool. And you kind of get to the chest scars, and they're painted pink. Got some copyright information. And overall, there's just not a lot to talk about Kong. He's very simplistic and kind of should have featured the Beast Glove or the Axe or even like the Silver Tooth. But overall, the Kong here, it's done pretty well. The legs and the torso are done in metal, and the head and the arms are done in soft plastic. So take that for what you will. Next up, we have the big, overrated villain, Skar King, which, oh boy, did this Skar King keychain not do him justice. Yeah, this is, without just spoiling it right now, this is my personal least favorite, but let's just go over it. So first of all, we have the head. The eyes are obviously off to the side, per usual. Blue eyes, black pupils, nothing too bad. We have like the kind of red face paint with like the kind of peach tan, almost white looking paint on the for the skin. We have like the sideburns here, which actually has the sideburns on like the Playmates, and it looks fine. Although I will say the color transition looks a little thick. What I'm not really a fan of is the way that the teeth are painted, because these don't even look that great, honestly. Again, I know it's a keychain, but I honestly would have preferred like maybe like a closed mouth or maybe like an open mouth, but not like this. I feel like they tried to do like a snarl look and it just kind of bit them in the butt. Ears look pretty well done, and I like the fur detail kind of going down. And the fur looks fine, although mine has a huge thing of like peach, almost like a scuff of it. It's not really a scuff, it's more like a brush, like they was in the factory working on this thing. The forearms look alright. Kind of suffered the same issue the Playmates one has, where it has just like not that much of a color transition, although I can kind of get away with this one because it's a keychain. We have some like the more white colored hands, and we have like the red, almost like war tribal paint. And the whip looks alright. Whip is kind of oddly molded to the body, like it's right here and kind of loops around. Again, it does the job. And of course, you can continue with that fur pattern with like the orange, kind of going down to the monkey butt and kind of going down to the legs. At the feet here, nothing really to write home about. And in my personal opinion, yeah, it's just my personal least favorite, just because the pose especially is just not that really interesting. Because Kong and Godzilla, and spoilers for Shimo, they have really cool poses. Skar King here he's just kind of slouching off to the side. Like there's really nothing interesting with him. Like for being the most acrobatic Titan, I would have expected a bit more of like a flexible looking ape. Like why not just give him like a cool battle stance or with like some more expression instead of like this bored looking face. But again, it does the job enough to where you can identify that this is Skar King, and if you want a Skar King keychain, this is your way to go. But with that being said, it's my personal least favorite of the set. And for the last one of the set, my personal favorite, Shimo. So why is Shimo my favorite? Well, like I said with Skar King, the pose on Shimo is absolutely nuts. We have the tail that kind of swoops down off to the side, and then we have the body that kind of rears up so she's not on all fours, and then we have, you think that she'd be looking to the just straight forward, but she's actually looking off to the like the her right side, which yeah, that's her right, and it looks so good. And especially because like the face paint, it actually looks really well done. And I like how the especially on the inside the mouth here, it actually is fully painted and doesn't really have like much paint mistakes, surprisingly. Like the teeth are really well painted. And oh yeah, you can definitely see that. My favorite defining feature of this figure is the glittery paint, which really works the best here for Shimo because Shimo is supposed to be a frosted titan, and it just gives off such a frosted appeal. And even like with the black nails here, you can definitely see like this looks sick. For the face, looks really nice eyes, nose, individually sculpted teeth, and painted teeth and gums, and of course tongue. The crystals on the back, especially the back of the head, individually painted and sculpted, these just look so beautiful, and especially that blue that goes all the way down to the Thagomizer. Like this is beautiful. And again, like the glittery infused plastic just makes it, well, metal as well. It just does it so good. I only really have two problems with this figure, minus that little paint nick. Only problem is, well, two problems. One, it's not very connected well because you can obviously see the split in the metal. So that could split if you like have it like, say if you're roughhousing with it. I mean, it's a keychain, so it might fall off and break. And another thing is that this thing is kind of prone to glitter, kind of like leaving off bits of glitter on you. So, like, I'm seeing on my hand right now, you can't really see it, but I'm kind of getting glitter on my hand. So, maybe it's just me. Maybe mine wasn't just sealed well, but again, the reflective plastic just makes it more quote unquote realistic and just gives it a lot more of a flair like how it was in the movie. And just for some quick size comparisons, here they are next to their Playmates counterparts with the basic 6-inch scale figures, with Godzilla Evolved, Kong with the Beast Glove, Skar King with the Whip Slash, and Shimo with the Frostbite Blast. And as you can see, it's kind of unfair to compare them, but they kind of look really good together. And here they are next to some more classic Godzilla Toho figures with the NECA Godzilla 1989 from Godzilla vs. Biollante and the Bandai America Bandai Creations Mecha Godzilla from 1974. And for another size comparison, here they are next to some other Godzilla keychains I have, and Kong keychains, with the Funko Pop Godzilla vs. Kong Pocket Pop keychains, and the BioWorld Godzilla Chibi chromatic keychain, and the dual set metallic keychain, which, while I'm here, I can just, I don't have the GXK versions of these guys yet. I've been meaning to get them. But as far as, who did it better, it's kind of unfair to really say. I kind of like Funko's Godzilla more than I like the, why am I having a brain fart? The Jada Toys. But I kind of like Jada Toys' Kong more than I like the Funko Kong. So it's almost like a real toss-up. Overall, do I recommend these? Honestly, yes. However, if you want the keychains, get all of them. Don't just buy one. Don't just buy 2 or 3. Buy the full set. You're going to have the best experience with the full set. Because you're only spending what I think is like $5. So altogether, it should just be 20 before taxes and stuff and shipping if you're buying it online. But still, these are 4 nice keychains that look like the kaijus they're supposed to, obviously with stylistic representations. And honestly, I think that these things are killer. My personal rankings are Shimo, Godzilla, Kong, Skar King, from my favorite to least favorite. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.